Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. I am your host, Eric Fogarty. We have another announcement to make before we get into this shit show of a video. We are still doing the giveaway and we will announce the winners soon. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll be entered for a chance to win. Last time we said a Leafs jersey, but if you want any jersey, we will 100% get you guys that jersey. Just comment what player you want, and we will put it into a wheel or a tally and choose one from there. So just like, subscribe, and comment which jersey you want. Now let's get into the shit show of a game that the Leafs played against the Senators tonight. Now, they lost 4-3 in regulation. And I mean, I didn't really know where to start in this game because the Leafs are coming off a back-to-back game. Fair enough. You know, we were told before the game they had to travel today. So they're traveling today, and everyone's like, that's not ideal for the Leafs. We'll see how they respond. Well, let me tell you, did they ever respond? So the first thing I wrote was like probably 2 minutes in, Leafs seemed to be on their heels. Ottawa was pressuring them. I mean, it's Ottawa. They're a really bad team. It's basically all the players that couldn't get a contract went to Ottawa because they had so much cap space, and it's just a mash of a team. And then some players, like some young good players, they are so bad. And even like Murray, the Stanley Cup winning goalie that they had as their starter was injured in warmups, and they had to bring their third string goalie in, Dackard. Respect to him though. I watched the after game interview. He's a nice guy. He was like really emotional that he got his first win. So respects. But 6 minutes in, turnover from I think Muzzin, and then Muzzin tried to get it out to Spezza. Spezza fucking, I don't know what this guy's doing, turns it over, and the Senators score because Michael Hutchinson's in net, and he can't save a puck apparently.
We talked about this a couple of episodes ago that everyone's all high on Hutchinson like it was 3 years ago or whatever, and then hates him, and now everyone hates him again. He had like 2 good games or 3 good games or whatever. Now everyone just hates him again, and I'm with them. I absolutely never want to see that guy in a net again with a Leafs jersey on.
That
don't.
Embarrassing. That was embarrassing. The first 2 goals.
The first shot was absolutely horrible. Like, come on, Brady Tkachuk has the shot of a 4-year-old girl. First of all, he can't shoot the puck for his life. Like, okay, he goes and hits people, whatever. He's fine. He's a good player. I don't mind him, but he can't shoot the puck that well. The puck goes off the guy's glove and in the net.
Yeah,
there's a goal that should go, and it's 0-0 instead of 1-0.
I'm gonna check how many goals he has because I heard a stat before the game that he has the most shots on net in the entire league.
So there you go.
There's like 5 goals all year.
There's my point right there.
10 goals. And he has the most shots in the league.
So there you go. So his shooting percentage is super low. A guy who can't really aim the puck, obviously, and that goes in. So instead of 1-0, it would be 0-0 if a decent goalie was in the net. I'm not even saying if Anderson was in the net. I'm gonna say if a decent goalie was in the net. Then the next goal, 7 seconds later, goes right between his legs. Another save that, you know what? Jude literally would have saved that.
Jude would have saved
no offense. I'm not saying that you're bad or anything. Like, I'm not saying that, like, but like, you're not an NHL goalie. I could have saved that. All you got to do is put your stick on the ice. Like, I don't understand. Oh my god!
Absolute joke. Absolute joke. To be fair, the Leafs left them out to dry completely. No one was covering anyone, and they just let them walk right in off the faceoff. Unbelievable. But then, something that usually never happens with the old Leafs, at least, their new identity, Bogosian gets into a fight, which actually seemed to spark them.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was like a 2-second fight.
It was like a little like wrestling match, I thought.
Yeah, kind of. But still, he did. something happens. We're hoping for a spark, and I mean it comes. 11 minutes in, the Leafs cut the lead in half. Hyman once again continues his hot streak, and Matthews gets the assist. Riley gets the assist. I mean the Leafs after those 2 goals, they seem to be the better team. But
Freddie
that
had some
didn't
good
last long.
saves too. Like to open up,
Yeah.
he looked like the relief to Hutchinson, but
He had one or like that one save. I think it was on Kachuk or Tkachuk, whatever. He put like the pad. He put his pads to the post.
yeah.
Why are you laughing, Jude?
Because you literally said to Chuck, and then you said or to Chuck or whatever.
Whatever his name is. I can't speak right now. My mind.
It's spelled super weird.
Yeah, and then second period, slow start for both teams. They look like Timbits hockey out there. And then I wrote this down. Okay, so the Ottawa Senators are on a power play. Okay, I think Hyman or someone did something stupid, and I was writing down Hall and Muzzin. I was looking up at the play, writing this down. Hall and Muzzin are turnover machines. Goal. Right off of Muzzin's turnover.
Hall and
Not
Muzzin
even-
need to.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying Hall and Muzzin need to step it up, or they need to scratch one of them, or they have to switch up the pairings. You can't switch Riley and Brody, but I don't know. Put Bogosian with them or Dermott, or just switch up the bottom 4. Or I would say put in Letton in, but he just got traded, so that's not going to happen. Maybe give Sandin a chance or something like that. At this point, I don't really care.
Yeah,
Put someone else in.
I'd rather see the Columbus goalie that we just got as a 4th string play defense than Muzzin and Hall right now. Not to mention,
I would rather see him in net.
David Arias has better stats than him.
God.
And they both have 1 game played.
Than who?
David Arias has better stats than that Finnish goalie that we just got.
Oh, that's good.
That's amazing. That's amazing to hear.
But David Ayres was playing the Leafs, so
true. Yeah, the Leafs
Fair
find a way to
point.
struggle. But anyway, not even a minute later, okay, Riley does the exact same thing. Turns over the fucking puck. Well, would you look at that? They score again. Actually, but before Stutzel's pass was kind of gross, I have to admit.
okay, everyone's kind of going crazy over it. It was like not that nice.
It was like
it was
Spetz's
nice,
fake
but
shot. He faked the shot, went like toe dragged it, and then passed it back door.
It was a
he
backhand.
backhand toe dragged it, which is not a hard thing to do.
Yeah,
I guess in a
NHL,
game, like whatever, but
oh, not hard to do against the Leafs defense right now. I'll give you that.
no, but I mean, I just like I don't know. People are going crazy about it. It's like not that. I mean, it's okay, but it's like
For
nothing
an
special.
19 years old, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but okay, whatever.
It's
I'm
pretty
just
good.
saying it was okay. Like
Yeah.
everyone's kind of going weirdly crazy about it. It wasn't that nice.
Okay. Fair
Just
enough.
an assist.
But yeah, after that, Riley turns it over, another goal. Drake Batherson with both goals. He's looking pretty good. Then a little bit later, okay, Riley has the perfect opportunity to make up for his mistake. He gets the puck across. Dackard's on his ass, swimming in his net. He puts his glove up just you know what? Why not?
Riley's head was down.
Off the crossbar.
Riley's head was down. Riley thought the cord was fully up, fully positioned. Like that's a good shot. Like if that went bar down, A, and B, if the cord was up, that would be a good, well-placed shot. He had his head down the whole time, shot it, didn't know that the cord was literally swimming at that point, and he could have literally just flicked it right over, and that's just our luck right now, you know?
Well, it's the little things. The Leafs are not doing the little things that add up to the bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
The turnovers, just the sloppy play. I didn't see one crisp pass the entire game. Like
Sheldon Keefe
sloppy.
said about the last game, we couldn't make 2 complete passes. We just, I don't know. I don't know.
And
Fire Keefe, make a trade. What do you think?
I mean,
make a trade. I think
he's
in
in
these
a bad
5 days. In these 5 days that are no games in the next 5 days, make a trade.
Yeah.
Honestly, before the trade deadline comes, because there's a quarantine and whatever, just make a trade now.
Yeah, I mean, is it time to panic right now for Leafs fans?
Yes, it
Really?
is.
Really?
I was gonna say, no, listen, like a couple weeks ago or whatever, the Leafs went on a road trip and lost a couple of games at like 2 out of 5 games or something, and it was a West Coast road trip. And we were like, you know what, don't panic. Like that's 3 wins out of 5 games, whatever. They go on a road trip this time. They lose 2 straight to Vancouver and then 2 straight to win or once and then 3 in a row. Sorry. They win 3 in a row, 2 to Vancouver, 1 to Winnipeg, and we're still saying, okay, don't worry. Then they win in 1 game in overtime and proceed to lose 2 games to teams that they're way better than statistically.
Yeah.
They should never have a close game with Ottawa, ever. It shouldn't even be close. You can see Edmonton. We shut out Edmonton twice in a row. The Leafs shut down Edmonton twice in a row and can't even pull out a win against a team that Edmonton can't lose against. Edmonton beats the Senators 6-1 every game.
Every game.
Every time they play. So what's the difference between Edmonton beating them 6-1 and the Leafs beating them 6-1? I don't understand that. I really don't get it. And
It's
yes,
the
I would
Leafs,
say
that's
now
why.
is the time. I would say now is the time to panic if you're gonna panic as a Leafs fan, because the Leafs have lost 5 out of the last 6 games. So either
Yeah.
trade for somebody who's going to make a difference, hope Simmons comes back in the next week, or hope Campbell gets healthy and comes out and wins the next game. Because if they lose the next game to Calgary,
That's when you hit the panic button.
I'll give it one more game. If they lose next game to Calgary, it's going to be an entire thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 6 of 7. You lose 6 of 7 as the first place team in your division.
In the league.
Unacceptable.
They're first place in the league. That just shows you how well they got off to a start.
Yeah.
They've lost 5 of the last 6 games and they're still in first place.
Well,
which
they're
is
now in
amazing.
5th.
Listen, I'm not saying panic as in they're not even going to make the playoffs, or panic like, oh, like we like rebuild or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like that if this keeps up, they're not going to get past the first round. Definitely. They can't beat the last place team in the league, then they're not going to be able to beat the third or fourth place team in the North, or the first or second place team in the North. I'm not saying that they're going to miss the playoffs, because they're not. They're just, I don't think they will. But if they keep this up, then I don't know what to expect, honestly. That's just being a Leafs fan, though. Like, that's just being a Leafs fan. You can never be too sure about what you're going to see. They go beat Edmonton 3 games straight. 3 games straight. They look like they would win the Stanley Cup if they played like that for the rest of the season.
I was just thinking about that their defense, for a team to stop the 2 best, highest point scorers in the league 3 games in a row for 180 minutes, you have to be perfect defensively. They were perfect.
Yeah.
And then
with Hutchinson in there too.
To win 3 games against a team like that without the Rocket Richard leader right now, Austin Matthews, they didn't have him for 2 games against them. So then to win 3 games in a row and come back out and lose 5 out of 6, I guess call it a slump. But I kind of take back what I said about panicking a little bit. I'm not panicking, but I'm just upset, obviously, because they just lost to the last place team in literally the league. So I'm not happy about it, but I'm not gonna panic yet. I just don't think they'll win a playoff round if they play like that ever. Like they just won't even win a playoff game if they play like that.
At least still red hot, so we got to give them some time to cool down.
Yes, but a message to the Leafs fans: we were, this season we already knew, because it was a shortened season, a different season. There's gonna be highs, there's gonna be lows. We already experienced the first 23 games were basically a high. Now we're seeing the low. Let's hope that this is the low of the lows and it's highs from now on, and have those little small lows. This is a deep low. This is a deep low, losing to the Ottawa Senators.
Well, listen, it doesn't get deeper than that.
Does not get deeper than this.
You losing to the last place team in the league, being down 4-1 to the last place team in the league, and you're the first place team in the league, should never happen. Yes. Ever. It shouldn't happen in general, but for it to be the 5th loss out of 6 games makes it even deeper of a worry. So
yes, but let's just hope this is the low of the lows. That's all we need to hope, and then we'll be We'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. No need to panic just yet. Just to wrap up the third period really quickly, a little bit of a I don't want to complain about this call because it could have completely changed the game. But it also it's a long shot. Mikheyev scores. They say it's goaltending interference. I personally don't see it because Dackert had no chance to save it. No chance.
Well, I don't know who this announcer was, but for some reason Craig Simpson wasn't there, who also hates the Leafs. But this guy just seemed really like he hated the Leafs for some reason, which was hard to watch, but whatever. You get announcers like that sometimes. But this guy was like this the whole time saying like, oh, that should be goal interference, blah, blah, blah. And I guess it was, but no, there was definitely no goal interference. He was in the crease, yeah. But I mean, he didn't like touch him until the puck went in. The puck was in the net. And this is going back to the last podcast too. It's like if you're going to nitpick every single little thing, every little call, the ref called it a goal on the ice. So you're not trusting the ref to call a good goal or not, but you can trust the ref to call a good penalty.
Yeah, there was not enough evidence to overturn that.
None whatsoever. They didn't explain it. The guy said there was goalie interference prior to the puck going in the net or before the puck went in the net, whatever. What? Come on.
Yeah.
Like that there really wasn't. He got his blocker on it.
Yeah,
I mean, he was just you're allowed to be in the crease. You are.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's whatever. The Leafs, they scored 2 goals in dying seconds. They can't find the last one. Hyman scores with about 5 minutes left. Again, second goal of the game. I wrote down it's a nothing goal. I didn't expect them to score another one, but it's good to see the Leafs not ending on a bad note, right? There's some spark there. There was light at the end of the tunnel. And then with 2 minutes left, Nylander scores again after
Chuck.
He can't even hit an open net.
Yeah, he missed the open net.
And Hutchinson probably directed that in from going wide, to be honest with you.
It's a Hutch move. Jude, you've been pretty quiet this podcast. Any thoughts?
I mean, I wouldn't say pretty quiet. I mean, you guys just
I have a question.
You've been more emotional than me. I've just I've tried to keep my cool. I don't know.
I got a question for you, Jude.
Yeah.
As a goalie, watching that back, if you were the Ottawa goalie, would you have been mad if they counted that a goal?
Yeah. So I was waiting for one of you guys to ask me before, but thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say in that situation because, for some reason the announcer's like, oh yeah, that's the goalie. The blue paint's the goalie's crease to operate. That's where the goalie should be. But I've had goals scored against me where like I was right there. Both feet were in the crease, and they can shoot from. You know what I mean? You know, like those backdoor plays. They're right there. Like your feet are allowed to be in the blue paint. I don't think the ref explained it well because it probably had something to do with Engvall pushing that player into the net, and that player was the reason the cord couldn't get across. But the ref failed to explain that. That's not really Engvall's fault to an extent, but I don't know. They should have, if anything, I don't know, called an interference like they did on Hyman last night for that, for disrupting the play in front of the net kind of thing. So I don't know. It was improperly explained, but I see where the cord's coming from. He didn't really have like it's tough because he got that blocker on it, right? Like you said, Felly. I saw that it tipped right off and in. So if that player wasn't there, would he have stretched across and got the full blocker on it? We don't know. What is that possible? Because Mikheyev, he had time. Maybe if he released it a bit earlier, but he just got the puck on his stick. So I mean, I don't know. It's super controversial, as everything in these past 5 flipping games, everything's been controversial. So
he seemed like, to me, he seemed pretty down and out Like he wasn't going to get there. And if he did, it would have been the save of the century if he made that save. Like,
Yeah.
if he actually got across and made that save, if no one was in the crease, then like hats off to him. But like, there's just no way that a guy who's 0-3-0 in the NHL with like a 2 save percentage is gonna get across and make that save. He just isn't. And I don't know. I feel like when you're reviewing, you have to take this stuff into consideration. That would he actually have saved it? Was there actually a chance that that was not going to go into the net if that player wasn't there? If you ask me, no, that puck was still going in, even if he didn't have anyone in the crease there.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys saw from the overhead, but when he initially pushed off, he was like almost behind the net. You see, his left foot was like behind the post, and he had to rotate and push over. So that's a whole nother play for the Cord, right? So I don't know.
So there you go. It's just like,
Everywhere.
I'm not saying like, oh, the NHL is out to get the Leafs or flow, whatever, but like,
They
it
just can't catch
seems
a
like
break.
it just seems like they can't catch a break. It just seems like the Leafs just never get a good call. Like, just the last game and this game kind of showed it. Like, anytime there's a challenge, they never win it. If Keefe challenges something, it's usually they don't win it usually. It's always like super risky to call a challenge, like a coach's challenge. And the last 2 games, they called coaches challenges and gotten goals taken back.
Yeah.
Last 2 games.
Yeah.
That's so rare to happen for a coach's challenge to be called, first of all, and then for it to work as a coach's challenge.
Not to mention,
Because
most of the coaches' challenges are offsides.
yeah,
90% of them.
well, the thing is too, at the end of after all that, let's say they count the goal, and there's a coach's challenge. The Leafs go straight out into the power play.
Yeah.
So that's a goal and a power play with the best power play in the league, not the past few games, but potential
Strong
potent power play, right? So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. They just can't catch a break. I mean, unfortunate events. The Leafs put them, like, the Leafs obviously let 4 goals in. They put themselves in that position. We're not blaming the refs for that, right? But it's just every time they seem to be down, which, happens sometimes, they just can't climb back into the game, even though they could have if different events happened. But I guess we'll leave it at that, and we'll end it here. There's not another Leafs game for about 5 days, so we're gonna be uploading different types of videos in between then. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching the Buds in the Box podcast on YouTube or listening on Spotify. Make sure you enter the giveaway, and we will see you guys next time. This has been Buds in the Box. Bye for now.